In this video, we are going to find the distance between 2 points and the coordinates of the midpoint. Let us look at our first problem. So we have a point 2, 1 and a point 2, 5, and we want to find the distance between the 2 points. So the distance formula, we have the distance from P to Q is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So let's let this point be x1, y1, and let's let point Q be x2, y2. So now all we're going to do is just plug in our x and y into the formula and solve. So that means we have the square root of 2 minus 2 squared plus 5 minus 1 squared, and that's equal to the square root of 0 squared plus 4 squared, which means we have the square root of 4 squared, which means we have the square root of 16, which is equal to 4, okay? And that is our answer for the distance between P and Q. Now, what about its midpoint? Well, the midpoint is just x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, so plugging that into the formula, x1 plus x2 is 2 plus 2, and then we're dividing that by 2. And y1 plus y2 is 1 plus 5, and we're dividing that by 2, which is equal to 4 divided by 2, comma, 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 2/3, okay? So the midpoint between P and Q is 2, 3. Now let's look at our second problem. So again, we're going to say the distance between P and Q is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So we have x1, y1 and x2, y2. So plugging that in, we get the square root of 2 minus a negative 1 squared plus negative 3 minus a negative 5 squared. Okay, solving that, we get 2 plus 1 squared plus negative 3 plus 5 squared, which is equal to, we get 3 squared plus 2 squared, which is equal to the square root of 9 plus 4, which is equal to the square root of 13, okay? So the distance between P and Q is the square root of 13. Now let's look at the midpoint. So again, the midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 all over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 all over 2, which is equal to negative 1 plus 2 over 2, comma, negative 5 minus 3 over 2, which is equal to 1/2 and negative 8 over 2, and that can reduce some more. So that gives us 1/2, comma, negative 4. So the midpoint between P and Q is 1/2, comma, negative 4. And that is how you find the distance between 2 points, as well as finding the coordinates of the midpoint. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember that you are awesome.